Yeah, I'm going to play some of these Kennedy sound bites. It's not fair to talk about this stuff and not air it. This is December 14th, 1962. Basically 11 months before Kennedy was killed in Dallas, the New York Economic Club. And Kennedy is making a pitch here for tax cuts and economic growth. As you listen to this, you ask yourself, if you can imagine Kennedy as a Democrat or any Democrat today advocating this in any way.
This administration pledged itself last summer to an across-the-board, top-to-bottom cut in personal and corporate income taxes to be enacted and become effective in 1963. I am not talking about a quickie or a temporary tax cut, which would be more appropriate if a recession were imminent. Nor am I talking about giving the economy a mere shot in the arm to ease some temporary complaint. The federal government's most useful role is not to rush into a program of excessive increases in public expenditures, but to expand the incentives and opportunities for private expenditures.
There's not a Democrat in office that believes this today. There's not a one who would publicly say this and survive. The federal government's most useful role is not to rush into a program of excessive spending. It's not stimulus. It's not bailouts. No. It's to expand the incentives and opportunities for private sector growth. There's not a Democrat alive today who could get elected saying that or who would say it. Here's the next. Again, this is 1962 in New York City.
When consumers purchase more goods, plants use more of their capacity. Men are hired instead of laid off. Investment increases and profits are high. Corporate tax rates must also be cut to increase incentives and the availability of investment capital. The government has already taken major steps this year to reduce business tax liability and to stimulate the modernization, replacement, and expansion of our productive plant and equipment.
My God, he's talking about profit. He's for profit. And they try to tell us that the wacko right wing in Texas wanted to get rid of this guy? It doesn't fit. This is right up every right-winger conservative's alley. Next bite, Kennedy. Oops, yeah, I got to play it. No explanation, just listen.
Our true choice is not between tax reduction on the one hand and the avoidance of large federal deficits on the other. It is increasingly clear that no matter what party is in power, so long as our national security needs keep rising, an economy hampered by restrictive tax rates will never produce enough revenues to balance our budget, just as it will never produce enough jobs or enough profits. Surely the lesson of the last decade is that budget deficits are not caused by wild-eyed spenders, but by slow economic growth and periodic recessions. And any new recession would break all deficit records. In short, it is a paradoxical truth that tax rates are too high today and tax revenues are too low. And the soundest way to raise the revenues in the long run is to cut the rates now.
John F. Kennedy, 1962. Not a Democrat alive today who would say that, who believes it, and who could get elected saying it.